Welcome. Lot to talk about this morning before I get into the games. May or may not have seen it on my Twitter. And if not, you could go see it still. So yesterday was a crazy day for me. Yesterday I was scheduled to go to work, and I called off because I spent the entire night. TMI. Sorry if this is grossing you out. Throwing up like the entire night, pretty much the entire afternoon. I was gonna stream yesterday even because like Caldera came out and I was gonna play that and didn't even do that. Fortunately, I'm glad I didn't because it looks like it's horrible. But um, I yeah, I just thank you. Yeah, no, I felt very ill. I feel a little bit better today, so I do feel a little bit better today. But I went on YouTube, and when I finally had energy to get out of bed, and I had a warning on my channel. It's like, what? And the warning was from the last stream I did. And they took it down, and it was for the same reason that I got banned. To where to where I had supposedly nudity or sexual content in the stream, and I sat there and I'm like, how? One, that's not the kind of stuff that I watch or do on my channel. It's not, that's just not me, right? So like that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I know I'm a good looking man, and I know I have this raw sex appeal. Okay. Anywho, so so yeah, so I was like, what the hell? And so of course I appealed it, and I told them, I'm like, hey, I don't understand where this is coming from. And and um and I'm like, yeah, like I don't, I genuinely don't get where this is coming from. And the only thing I could think of, damn straight, the only thing I could think of was there was the part of the video to where, or part of the stream, and it's still up on Twitch, where I reacted to the Twitch Rewind, and that's the only thing. Thank you for the host. Thank you. That's the only thing that I could think of at that time. Cause like everything else was fine. Cause like I did a reaction video to like Warzone for Verdansk, and then I followed it up just by playing Vanguard, right? So that was the only thing I could think of. And obviously there was a part of the Twitch Rewind to where there was not necessarily nudity or anything like that, but like there's some guys that were shirtless, for starters. Like there was the one clip of Mizkif like just ripping off hair from some dude's chest. I've never actually seen that before, so I don't know what that was. And I think there was another part, or there was another guy shirtless, but again, no big deal kind of deal. And then there was, it talked about like a lot of the ASMR stuff, because that kind of blew up quite a bit over the course of this year, and so so it showed some of that, and that was the only thing I could think of. That was the only thing that came to mind, where I was like, okay, like that is why they said, hey Dave, go fuck yourself, right? So so I sat there and I'm like, okay, let me let's try to figure this out, right? So again, so like that was what I said, and then I said that to him. I'm like, hey, like look, the video I watched is on your platform. You can literally go, you can watch it. It's there. It's still up. It's been up for weeks at this point. You can go watch it. And then I also went and looked, and I saw that like other streamers even reacted to it. So like XQC was someone that did. Summit reacted to it. QT Cinderella, like some major streamers reacted to it. Their video reactions are still up on their channels too. So I even acknowledged that. Day goes by, well, not the day goes by, but like the day progresses on, and I'm just doing random stuff throughout the day, and other than vomiting, and um, I think it was like 8 o'clock that night. Um, I was just about to start editing my the latest episode in the podcast, which we're still doing, and I will get that done. But I was just about to start editing it, and I get an email saying that your YouTube account's been banned. Which you could see that email on Twitter. I shared it on there. So where I was like, what? and the reason I got banned was for the same exact reason. It was nudity and it was nudity and or sexual content. Either too much of it, like repeated penalties kind of deal, or it was too severe that they just had to take down the account. I was livid because the only thing that came to mind was literally the same exact stream, same exact, video. And so I'm like, this is complete, utter BS. What is happening, right? So then I sat there and, I'm continuing, and I'm looking through the thing. And then again, it doesn't really tell you stuff. Like, that's the issue, unfortunately. It's a bot, right? So it doesn't tell you, like, hey, this is what happened. All I find out is that I can't access my YouTube channel anymore. Because I can't access my YouTube channel, all the people I'm subscribed to and or pay like a membership to, like, all that's gone. And then on top of that, I pay for YouTube TV for all my live, like, television. I can't even access my YouTube TV. I kid you not. YouTube TV is technically separate from regular YouTube, but I can't even access that. So I'm livid because, like, I'm spending all this money and I also pay for YouTube Premium because most of what I watch is YouTube. So, like, I'm spending all this money and I can't even access the stuff I'm paying for, right? So I'm livid because I'm like, how? Yeah, all of it was gone. Literally all of it. So I'm livid because I'm like, how is this even possible, right? So then of course you can go through the appeal process. So then I typed that up and I shared that on Twitter as well. Giving it literally, I gave a link to the video I watched, as well as gave examples of other streamers who have watched the same video and stuff. I even went back through and I watched the VOD because I have it recorded, obviously. So, like, I went back through and I watched the entire thing from beginning to end, and there was nothing. Like, I wanted to make sure that, like, I wasn't, like, surprisingly naked or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, or like I didn't have Pornhub up on the computer. I was trying to cover all my tracks. You know what I mean? I was trying to cover all the steps. And and yeah, nothing, right? There was nothing. So I was livid, and so I the night goes on, and it was I think maybe midnight, 12:30, sometime around then, maybe even 1 a.m. actually. I get an email back from them saying, like, hey, your account's been reinstated. I think I put that on Twitter as well. Yeah, right, exactly. Like, oh shit, my bad, right? Like, I mean, it's not the first time someone would have done that. You know what I mean? So yeah, so like I was livid, and again I get the email saying, like, hey, like, we made a mistake, kind of deal. Actually, no, they didn't even say that we made a mistake. They pretty much said that, like, oh yeah, it doesn't go against our policies, so we're just gonna reinstate everything. Like, thanks. But what sucks is that, like, I still can't log into my YouTube account yet. Almost 12 hours later, still can't log into my YouTube, so I still can't access my YouTube channel. I still can't I'm drawing a blank. Oh, I still can't go on YouTube TV. Again, stuff that I am paying for, I can't access. So, really, really, really frustrating. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Again, am I happy about it? No, not by any means. But there's no changing it. So I mean, I can only do so much. So, so going forward, man, Twitch keeps pulling me back in. When I first started streaming, there was a point in time like I reached affiliate, and then I kind of like plateaued. Like I just kind of leveled off in my growth. And I made the stupid decision and the stupid thought process of switching to Facebook gaming instead, because I thought like, oh, well, I've reached my limit on Twitch. Again, it was a dumb thought. I did that for like a week because Facebook kept muting my streams because of DMCA stuff that was all DMCA free. And then so I made the switch back to Twitch, and then it wasn't until about, what was that? I think like 2 months ago, I made the switch to YouTube. You know, there's things that YouTube does really well, and there's a lot of changes that they have coming that I really, really like. But unfortunately, just right now, out of just pettiness, out of spite, yeah, no, no. So, I know I've been streaming on both for a little bit, but now we're just solely back to Twitch. Yeah, be sure to use your Prime sub.